folks. It's Ken David Stewart here with I guess the back to school edition of What's Up. I haven't done a video in ages. The picture you're getting is kind of from a weird angle, but this is the best I could do to get my webcam set up today. So I hope it's not too bad. Uh, Instead of wearing a black t-shirt today, I'm actually wearing a red Montreal Canadiens Habs Habitant t-shirt today. A little bit wrinkled, but what the heck. Uh, yeah, just to fill you in on some things have been going on in this latest edition of What's Up. Summer season's kind of coming to an end now, and it'll soon be the fall and back to school and the whole bit. And I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you're looking forward to it. I hope you had a good summer. I had a pretty good summer this year. Uh, it was actually pretty good. Uh, I actually decided to try to get myself back into a little bit of shape this year by bicycling. And a couple of years ago, I bought myself a new giant mountain bike. I've had a lot of bikes in my life over the years. I think I probably had bikes since I was 10 or 11 years old. And I think every single one of them has been stolen. Like, I never had one that ever broke down and wasn't able to use. They all got stolen. So I actually keep my new one right in the house, and it's well protected by my dogs. So I'm hoping this one will not get stolen, and do my best to see that it doesn't, because they're pretty expensive, these things, and I like to have good bikes. Okay, just this week, my wife and I had a whole week celebrating our 22nd wedding anniversary, and by today's standards, that's quite a significant accomplishment. And we really owe it all to the grace of God that that we've our marriage has lasted 22 years so far, and it's going to make it the whole distance. It's we've had really good times and really hard times, but overall it's been just a wonderful experience. And there's a couple of blogs on Facebook, one written by my wife, who's goes by sometimes known as Martha Peters, and sometimes Martha Stewart, and myself, of course, Ken David Stewart. For those, check out my Facebook page. And yeah, I've been writing quite a few blogs lately too. I'm also a writer of sorts, and it's easy to get writer's block, that condition where you really can't seem to be able to get yourself to the desk and the keyboard and start writing again. And fortunately, I was able to overcome that, but I did have a good spell where I was finding it very hard to do any writing. But I got back to it. When I usually start back to it, I go pretty gung-ho and get quite a bit done. I've been putting out excerpts from my fiction books, like the Lake Demon, which I'm still working on, and even revising parts of it to try and make the story a little better and catch grammatical and spelling errors and things like that. And just parts need to be revised. And so I've been blogging out those posts on WordPress. If any of you are interested in my writing, I don't post that much to Facebook anymore in terms of fiction writing. Most of it is posted on WordPress, another blogging software platform. Two new blogs I started recently. One is actually a wrestling blog, which I'm calling the Squared Circle for now, or Ken's Wrestling Blog, whichever you prefer. But I watch a lot of wrestling. I've got the WWE network, and if you're a big wrestling fan like me, I'm not trying to advertise for Vince McMahon or anything, but if you are a big wrestling fan, it is really a good deal. You know, you get all the pay-per-views, and plus there's many extras. And I won't put an ad out for WWE Network today because they do enough of that on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. So I don't need to give them any free advertising, but I do have it, and I'm really happy with it. Uh, and I found wrestling has really improved over the last couple of years. I'm very impressed with the creative team and the things they've been doing and the skills of the wrestlers, and the storylines seem to be better. So I'm quite happy with that, and the pay per views have been excellent. I have to look down at my notes for a minute and just check what else I was going to say, in no particular order, because if I don't write things down, I'm sure going to forget something. That's pretty well guaranteed. Uh, I've been listening to a lot of music lately too, and I have really eclectic tastes in music and covers a lot of eras in music, right from the 50s up to well, not really to the present. I know I've listened to some of the present day music, but really, I guess I stopped listening around the grunge era in the 90s. I like bands like Pearl Jam and Nirvana and Alice in Chains. And I actually started off as a kid listening to Elvis Presley. Then the Beatles came along, the Rolling Stones, British Invasion, psychedelic era, and on it went. And so I really like music. I'm trying to play a bit of guitar and been trying to teach myself the bass. And so music's always been a big part of my life too. Uh, my eyesight is getting better. I was really struggling with that, but I had a couple of operations over the last few years on my eyes. One was for a detached retina, which caused some fairly serious damage, and uh, I had a cataract operation this March, and that went really well. My surgeon checked it out just this week and said it's healed up really nicely. But I will need a new pair of glasses, and I'll probably be getting those or ordering those next week. So I'm grateful for that. Grateful to God for restoring my vision, because I've been praying about that for the last couple of years, because it is hard when you can't see as well as you used to. And but for the time being, I'll probably still be carrying my big magnifying glass around. In fact, I'll show it to you right now. When I go and sub at schools, uh, if they're in it even magnifies my face. If I'm in elementary or junior high or middle school, usually it will be in less than 2 minutes. Some students can ask me about what that thing is I'm wearing around my neck, because I wear it around my neck. It's very handy and prevents you from losing it as well. I lost one already, but uh, and these are really, they're cool. And I'll put one on right now, right over my big Habitants Montreal Canadiens logo. Uh, so that I'm grateful for. Because it's been a little hard for me to read really hard for me to read small print lately. And I usually do my reading on my Kindle or right on my computer. I have a tablet also. And there the advantage is that you can always, adjust the font and the size of it so that it's at a comfortable, and the lighting too, so it's at a comfortable level for you. So that I don't know what I would have done without, if I hadn't had that. Uh, but I'm very grateful for the invention of the e-readers and the Kindles and the modern media. Uh, I don't know if I mentioned when I was talking about music, I've been listening to the Beatles a lot. The old Beatles stuff I really like. Haven't listened to it in a long, long time. And yesterday I started listening to the Ramones. You know, apparently all the guys are dead now, which is really too bad because they were a great punk band. And they really had, like driving old time rock and roll, like Motorhead, another one of my favorite bands. And it's, like really very simple power chord, no brainer rock and roll. And I like that sort of thing with a lot of emotion, a lot of power in it. Uh, See what else I'm going to talk about today. Uh, my wife and I don't know if I mentioned this already, we celebrated this week 22 years of marriage, and it's been really wonderful. We've had, our good times and our hard times, but, I really want to thank God for my wife and wonderful marriage there. Uh, what else was I going to talk about today? Uh, I talked about my blogging and that, and I'm going to try and keep that up during the year when I'm out subbing again. And speaking of subbing, I signed a new contract recently, so I'll be out there again in the schools very shortly, and as soon as the season starts up again in September, and I hope the calls come early and I get lots of them. And I'm also expecting that my health will improve because I missed too many days last year due to some health challenges. So I'm expecting this year, and speaking out, things are going to go a lot better this way. My health will be better, and I'll be able to work a lot more assignments because I really enjoy it and really enjoy seeing all the students in the schools in River East Transcona School Division. I really look forward to that. So that's coming up very shortly, and I'm getting ready to go and ready to go out there again, getting the preparations going. Uh, I don't always have to turn over here my notebook to see if I missed anything because I took a few notes before this today, just before I started. Uh, I wrote one blog on our wedding anniversary earlier this morning, and that one's out on WordPress and Facebook right now. Uh, okay, and during our wedding anniversary week, because we kind of celebrate all week instead of just one day, was during this time that unfortunately Robin Williams passed away. Just, you know, if not the best, one of the best all time comedians and artists of all time. And my wife and I spent a lot of time watching videos of some of the movies he started, and he was, really a prolific artist and a great actor as well as a great comedian. And the emotion he put into his roles was just something phenomenal, and we're so sorry to see his passing. 63 was far too young for a man of his talent to go. Uh, Now I'm just going to see if there's anything else I haven't talked about, but I think I've just about covered it for now for this edition. So thank you for listening, and I hope you all have a great fall, whether you're returning to work or you're returning to school. If you're returning to school in River East Transcona School Division, I'm sure I'll be out at your school and hopefully for several times during the next year. So with that, I'll sign off, people, and we'll see you again. Now I'm trying to find my mouse to get it to work to shut this thing off right now. Uh, Computer glitches. That was one topic I was going to talk about. Very apropos right now, because I'm trying to find, the arrow thing that goes with the mouse, and it has somehow disappeared. Now I may have to. I keep talking. I'm probably going to have to uh, talk about live video. See where this dang thing is connected. So I've got all these USB connections. Probably you guys all have computers, and I'm just gonna replug it in and see if I can get my arrow back up again. No such luck on that try. So let's just try it again. Maybe time for a new mouse too. That one didn't do. I think I see the problem. Maybe a loose connection in one of my jacks. Well, that one sounds like it popped in well. The question is, well, the light didn't go on though. Now, this is an example of the technical frustrations I go through quite frequently, actually. The red light's still not coming on. I'm still trying to get, because the thing is, I plug it into multiple USB connections, and it's time to get some new ones. As I can see, this is obvious here. Guess we're going to talk a little bit about computers. I just ran a virus scan. Apparently there weren't any viruses or anything like that, so maybe it's my whatchamacallit, my mouse that's really acting up right now. I'll just see if I can get that light to work again. So it looks like I'm going to talk mostly today, good shot on my notebook, about computer glitches. Now, I'm going to see if there's somewhere else I can move these things around. You're getting a lesson here, not a very good one, on how to try and get a mouse working when you've got technical difficulties. My apologies, but I haven't had this much trouble with this thing in a long time. I know sometimes if you spill water or something, or some kind of drink on your US or on your mouse, especially the keyboard, I've done that a few times. It doesn't work too well. We got a red light. Now will I get the arrow? That's going to be the hard part now. The red light went off again. There's a red light right in the bottom of my mouse. Presently banging it around, trying to get some life into the dang thing. Let's try this out. This was actually my original. No, nothing. What a pain. Try another one. I guess persistence is the name of the game here. It's going to be for me. How long can you persist and try to make things work? I've never been the most technical guy. No. Aha! My arrow has come back. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can close this thing off. I wasn't planning to talk a lot about technical malfunctions on the computer, but that just came about. Whether I try to be funny or not, a lot of times I don't try to be funny, but it just comes out funny because of the way things work out. So it seems every time I make one of these videos, there's technical glitches. Okay. So signing out.